I just dried my hair and I feel like it is more burnt than my mum's chicken from last year's barbecue. Hello everyone, it is Sol, and recently I have been looking at YouTube videos as per usual, and I have been seeing lots and lots of back to school kind of videos, and I thought, why the hell could I not do that? So I have got a list on my laptop here of back to school tips that I would give you. And there's quite a few, but then there's also not that many, but oh well. So let's get started with the back to school tips by Sol. The first tip that I would 100% recommend is do not forget things that you will definitely need, like even a pencil. Do not forget pencil, pen, rubber, ruler, protractor, calculator, sharpener, because in year 7 when I started I forgot a pencil, and a teacher who I'm not going to name, she turned me forgetting a pencil into a like half an hour long lecture about why pencils are important to have at school, and then she turned it into really deep and like into life, and I was like, oh, I forgot a pencil and you've spoke half of the lesson about why I haven't got a pencil and the backstory behind why I haven't brought my pencil, and I was like, okay, you're a bit weird, bye. So don't forget things that you know you will need. The next thing is, at break times and lunch times, if you like, I don't know if everyone does it, because some people go to like the dining cafeteria area or the playground or whatever you kids call it nowadays. I used to go sit on the back of the field a lot, and when you do that, I would definitely recommend to bring a carrier bag with you to sit on, or check what you're sitting down on, because several of my friends, when we've sat down, we've just sat down, stood up, and we've had about 2 lessons left, which is like 2 hours, walking around school, and we've all noticed each other and we have mud on our bums. It's not nice, because you spend 2 hours and walking home being paranoid that people think that you have crapped yourself, and it really isn't funny at all. Unless you're not the person that's happened to it, it's quite funny to laugh at your friend. But then it got to the point where I witnessed it and I don't laugh at my friends anymore what happens, because I know how it feels. The next thing that I would say is, if you're walking around school and a bird craps on you, that's the nicest word I can say, do not make a big deal out of it, like screaming and telling your friends, because if you do, your friends will end up like this. And I remember the first time it happened, it ended up about 40 people just pissing themselves at me while I was walking to the cleaner lady to clean her. Turns out that the cleaner had a phobia of cleaning up poo, so she couldn't do it. So I had to go to the toilet and scrub it off myself with some tissue and water from the tap, and that was not nice at all. But then also after the first time, I just thought, you know what, you lot laughing, that bird did not poo on me by accident. I think it chose me, and that means that it chose me over all of you peasants. So I don't know what you're laughing at, as I'm the royal one here, while you lot are all staying down here like you little peasants underneath me, so thanks, bird. If someone asks you to borrow something, unless you're sitting next to them, do not give it to them, because you will never get it back most of the time. There are a few people that are nice and throw it back to you, but then there's also people that keep it forever, and it's not very nice when you're in year 7, you lend someone a pen, totally forget that they've kept it, and then you come to year 11 and you realise they've got your pen, and that's what happened to me. And it's literally like seeing your child that has been lost for 5 years and you can't get it back, because you can't be like, oh my god, you borrowed that in year 7, can I have it back now? Because I was kind of like, oh, what do you do? But it was my nice pen, but I let him keep it, so you know who you are. But yeah, you've got my pen, so thanks for that. The next one is one of my main tips, I think, to not do. In exams, if you need to cough, then cough. But if you cough more than 3 times in about 2 minutes, everyone in the exam hall probably hates you, so just try holding your cough as much as you can. Because I remember in my exam there was a person sitting next to me, and they coughed nearly the whole way through the exam. Every like 10 seconds they'd just cough or sneeze or sniffle, and I'd just be like, look at them, and I'd just be like, and just want to just scream and be like, would you just get out please, go to the first aid room, get a tissue, get a drink, whatever, just get away from me, you little ill person. I won't have none of it. This one is quite a funny one, because everyone knows not to do this, but they still do it. If you have chewing gum at school, do not open it in public where everyone are around you, because that is when all the fake friends, all of your actual friends, all strangers, and also some teachers will come running to you for some of your gum. So do it in private or when no one's looking, because if not, you'll have a herd around you asking for gum. Coming from the talk about gum, do not chomp your gum like a cow is chomping on some grass, because one, people will hate you, just like the coughing in the exam room, and two, the teacher is obviously going to notice that you've got gum if you're sitting there going and blowing bubbles, and I'm just like, I want to kill someone when they're chewing gum like a cow munching on a bit of grass. On the first day of coming to school, do not try and show off to your class and being like the class clown. You need to wait for a week and then show the teachers and the students what you're made of, because then people will just be shocked, because you could be sitting there all silent like in your first class, like, and then it comes to a week and you could be like, boom, I'm naughty. I wasn't like that at all because I was scared of most teachers. But if you're like that kind of wannabe daredevil and the cool kid, then that's my advice. Wait a week and then bam, be naughty. No, don't really be naughty. That's not good advice. I shouldn't be giving bad advice, because it's not good when there's actual people that watch this and could take the advice. Don't be naughty, kids. When you know you have assembly, which is like when the whole year gets together and has a talk from the teacher or whatever, don't know what's called in your country or whatever, but when you know that you have assembly, do not be late, because the feeling of walking into assembly and there being all of those heads looking at you is the most terrifying feeling ever. I've only had to do it once, luckily, and that was in year 8. And it was also the time that I had my hair dyed bright red and nobody knowed, so everyone's head was like, and also their mouths were just like, and it was the most terrifying feeling I've ever had. I just wanted the floor to just suck me down into the floor, and I just didn't want to come back up and see them people, because it was just horrible. Also, this has happened to me personally in year 11. When sitting down, if you have to sit on the floor with your legs crossed in assembly, like we did because we had like a one-off assembly in the sports hall, sit down carefully. Do not sit down rush just to try and sit down quicker, because what happened to me, I sit down and the crotch area of my trousers was fairly tight. So as soon as I sat down and spread my legs open with my crossed legs, the whole of the middle sem of the trousers ripped all the way open, and it went from the bottom of my bum all the way to the top of the bottom of the zip. So you could tell how awful that was. Luckily no one heard the loud when my trousers ripped, but I was lucky that didn't happen. But I didn't want to use the cleaner's spare trousers, because I just don't like doing that, because I've got a phobia they don't get clean sometimes, and no thank you. And I had a feeling that my genital area was almost on show, and it was a fairly cold day, and that's what I'm going to leave it as, really. It was cold and there was room for air to get in, and no, it was not very nice. So that is all of my back to school tips advice. There are so many videos of back to school tips, including Nikki and Sammy, I don't know, loads of people. Just type in back to school tips and there'll be tons and tons and tons all over YouTube, because YouTube is huge and there's videos being put up like every second. So you should go and just look at all the others if you want more advice. If I've missed any that you've got, make sure to leave them in the comments below so I get to know any back to school tips, even though I'm going back to college. Or I'm back to college, I'll insert a picture here, and I got my lanyard done for college, and my picture was awful because nobody told me we had to get pictures done, so thanks for that. And I was just sitting there like, and the lady was like, "Would you look straight in the webcam?" And I was like, okay, yeah. And it was quite scary, but I love wearing a lanyard. I wish I could wear a lanyard 24/7, because I literally, as soon as I put it on and had it in my hand, I felt 25 years old, which isn't good, but then I also want to wear a lanyard 24/7 because they're cool, and I feel like a spy, and I could just be like, boop, and open the door, and I just want to be like, ugh. I just want to wear one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I feel a bit upbeat, like I'm talking quite loud and fast today, so that's good. And I miss prom. And also don't forget to subscribe to see more of me, and I will see you soon with what video will it be? Either a rant video or a draw my life, which I'm excited to film, but then also scared because I have to be good at editing to do draw my life, and my editing's not always too great, so fingers crossed for that. That goes well. You'll obviously get to see. So yeah, I will see you when I see you. Bye.
Money ain't nothing but money. When you get to the money, it ain't nothing but money. Love ain't nothing but love. When you learn how to love, it ain't nothing but love. Party ain't nothing but a party. When you party every day, it ain't nothing but a party. Party.